Hello, this is Brenda Green, and I'd like to welcome you back to Living in the Go. I'm talking to you today about reparations, and that's kind of like a buzzword. People talk about it all the time, but I'm specifically talking about reparations here in the United States for African Americans and for the descendants of slaves. So let's really talk about it. There is a history in this country that reparations have been paid. Back after World War II, the Japanese people, Japanese Americans, were actually interned in concentration camps. They were stripped of their land and property, and they were moved across the country to places where they had never been before and locked up. And because of that, back in the 90s, they were given reparations by the United States. There's also reparations that have been given to Native Americans in terms of land, and you hear about the casinos that they own that outright. So there is some history. I think I read someplace back in the 1800s, there were some Italian Americans in the South who were hanged because when Italians first came here, they weren't necessarily thought of as white people. And so their descendants actually got some reparations. So the United States has a history of paying reparations, but the reality is to get reparations for African Americans is a huge step for them, and I don't necessarily know if it's something that they are gonna do. There are different communities around the country who have made their own efforts to do reparations. I know in Evanston, Illinois, they had a program put together for people of color who were not able to get loans in Evanston. And so they have a new program out that's part of a reparations package to do that. So it's small things like that happening around the country. But in terms of a big effort, it's just not there yet. So what I want you to imagine and think about, what if we never get reparations? What if it never happens? What do we do? Because be careful what you wish for. If they put something out there that doesn't work, that's not ethical, that doesn't provide all the needs, that doesn't really give you what you want, the reality is we've lost a lot of wealth. African Americans, descendants of slaves, we were put out there with nothing. And so we lost years and years and years of time of building wealth. So that's really what the goal is, to kind of equalize and get that wealth in this country. So I say, try to get your own wealth. Try to build for yourself and not even assume you're going to get the reparations. If we get something, that's great. But you need to be the master of your own destiny and do that for yourselves, because people aren't going to give it to you. Act like you're not going to get it. Build your own and see what happens with that. So thanks so much and have a great day.